30 years ago, the movie Ghostbusters hit the theaters, and that's when Walden resident Peter Mosen became a fan, but not just a regular fan, but the ultimate fan, a Ghosthead, if you will. I'm Donna Kessler, and there is something strange in the neighborhood, and it's in Walden, and you are going to see why Peter Mosen is a Ghosthead today on this episode of My Ride Garage. You know, Peter Mosen is well known not only for being like the ultimate fan of Ghostbusters, but for building several Ghostbuster cars, the Ecto cars, and winning several costume contests. And there's no reason why you would not win. Look at this.
This was an easy one.
Yeah, oh my gosh. You have to tell me what sparked this whole thing. Like, you started this being a fan even before the movie came out to the theater?
To the public, yeah.
Yeah.
What
sparked it?
There was just something about it. I looked at the poster, you know, I was trying to win a pair of passes to go see a screening.
Uh-huh.
So I'm looking at the poster, I was like, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, like, these are the two of the funniest guys on SNL. I said, this is going to be the funniest thing ever, you know?
Uh-huh.
So I said, I have to see this movie. So as it turned out, I'm looking at the poster, I'm going, you know, a friend of mine found one of those jumpsuits in a dumpster at the airport, you know, so he gave it to me. I don't even have to make this costume, so that was really good. So I did some detail work to it, and I was at the screening, and the executives were like, this guy looks an awful lot like Dan Aykroyd. Yeah. What the heck is it? Where did you get this costume from? I said, so it was great, and one thing led to another.
Yeah.
I worked with them for, 8-9 years.
Wow.
Being their promotional Ghostbuster, making appearances for licensees, making appearances at children's hospitals, but I had to come up with a backpack that looked pretty much like whatever, you know, in less than a week.
Yeah.
I had less than a week to put a backpack together and do the events that they wanted me to do, like
and
opening day.
Because this really looks operational.
It has some lights. It used to do some things. I have to go into it and fix it, but you know, it is 30 years old, over 30 years old.
Yeah. Now tell me about the Ecto, the ambulance.
Well,
built a couple of those?
Yeah, I built a couple of them. I had, as I said, this guy in Toledo, Ohio, the Hollywood Dream Factory, Tom Martin. He had gotten an ambulance at a swap meet, and then he said, "Oh, I'm going to do this up for a Ghostbuster thing, for my Hollywood Dream Factory, for my store, you know." So I called him up, and he told me that he got this thing, and I said, well, you know, as soon as I saw the movie, I applied for the license plates.
Yeah.
So I did win the license plates from Department of Motor Vehicles, and I said, well, you know, I've got the Ecto 1 license plate, and he said, well, we got to find a way to get you and the car together, you know.
Yeah.
So when I got it, I did like a shoestring budget, you know.
Yep.
I had an old bed frame, an old metal bed frame. I made that as my roof rack. I built it up with plywood. I used pool hose. Somebody had cast off blue pool hose. I said, okay, I need that.
You must love cleanup week.
I'm a little past that now, you know, although my wife would say I don't think so.
Yeah.
But, you know, I would find stuff that I needed to throw on the roof of this thing, and by the time I got done with it, here I am driving through Scarsdale where I lived, and all of a sudden this guy's flagging me down. I said, ooh, must be a Ghostbuster fan, you know. So I pull the car over, and the guy gets out and walks up to me and goes, I should have known it was you. It turned out to be the VP of merchandising and licensing for Columbia Pictures. He lived in Scarsdale too, so he saw this, and then, you know, I mean, that's where it hooked me in to them completely. He saw me doing this stuff, and he was like, we're going to use you. So.
Yeah. Now, you're a very creative guy. You built a lot of stuff for a lot of shows, and you've been on TV. You even had a cameo in Ghostbuster 2?
Yeah, I had a spot in Ghostbusters 2. Me and my dinner date would get slimed in the restaurant. Danny was talking to me about Ghostbusters 3, because that's why I have this Ghostbusters 3 logo on the car. In September of 09, I got a call from his office saying, be ready to go. When it goes, it's going to go fast. Be ready. I said, I'm ready. I'm okay, I'm good. I'm good to go. You know, so I was all hyped up, and then October was coming, you know. This was September, October. I said, well, if I'm going to do this thing, and we're doing this, I said, well, let me dress the car, you know.
Yeah.
I had the Ecto 1A plates on the car, but, you know, I didn't have any striping tape, no logos, nothing, you know.
Yeah.
And I was just, you know, cruising like that, being the fan that I was.
Yeah.
And then it kept going and going and going, and you know, then Howard Ramis passed away. Bill Murray didn't want to do the movies, and then one thing after the other, and finally things kicked in, and all of a sudden it was going to go, and then evidently it got pulled away and given to this other director, even though Ivan Reitman was not going to direct anyway. They were looking for another director. And well, you know, I got kind of bumped to the side, and even from what I understand, Dan and Ivan got a little bumped to the side.
It's going to be an all-female thing, it looks like.
Actually,
right?
Danny wrote that into his script.
Yeah.
That was in his script that he had.
Yeah.
But it was supposed to be a continuation of the Ghostbuster franchise, a passing of the torch, new Ghostbusters, okay, you know, and it would have been so easy for them to do that in whatever film they made.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't affect whatever they were making, just to have them there.
Right.
My understanding was that now they didn't want to have any association with the first two films, so this film is supposed to be the original film.
Okay.
That these four women created the Ghostbusters and did what they've done.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been having fun with this for 30 years.
There you go.
And I'd even be parked at the Crystal Run Mall. You know, hanging out there, doing things, and I would be picking up my son, and people see the car, and then give me pictures, you know, or whatever.
Yeah. How do people get a hold of your company if they want you to come out for an event or something?
Well, they can probably find me at imdb.com, which is the Internet Movie Database. There's contact information on there.
Okay.
If you go to my resume and stuff, it's direct contact. I had no agent.
Oh, thank you so much. I mean, this was great.
I have no problem with that. You know, the fans, when they come in, wherever they are, if they run into me and start talking to me, I keep all that paperwork I showed you. I keep that in the pocket of my.
There you go. Yeah, you are quite remarkable. Thank you so much for giving me your time.
No problem.
It may have been 30 years ago since its premiere, but still today, everyone knows that symbol, that ghost with the line through it with the circle, the character Slimer, and of course the Ectomobile. But for the Ghostheads like Peter Mosen's, it's Ghostbusters all day long or nothing. Till next time, this is Donna Kessler from My Ride Garage.